Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Handoff to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
On the move. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive. They cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So the Michigan State Spartans offense has its first opportunity of the day. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Right back to it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. And they're able to get him on the ground.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. New set of downs after that completion. Off play action on first down. Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll leave it with him. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll give it to him again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring.
Offside defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Quarterback will keep it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Quarterback will audible. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And they made it to the house, but they found that 6 points waiting on them. On to attempt to try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paulo, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. On second down, looking to... Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
So what... Third and short from their own 23. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
The play-action fake, getting some heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. No room to return, but no...
Intercepted.
Making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
He's going to pass. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Trying play action. He's going for it all. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On second down, looking again to throw. He'll take another shot here. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
On the move from inside is 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. And the Spartans in the hurry up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll bring it back. It's Renfro. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. Fires on the move. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but his ball's incomplete.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Power football with the run. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Michigan State, 0.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll try it over the left side. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Looking to pass. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender.
Illegal block. Offense.
And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Might as well stick with him. The Nittany Lions will keep this drive going.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. On target to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Smith takes the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quick strike complete. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first. Looking to throw on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Quick completion on the out route. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He'll try the left side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second down coming up. Let's go! The give to the running back from the shotgun. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Here we go. Now on the move. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the middle. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception. Then takes the return up to the 50. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mayer. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the...
And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown,
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Oklahoma. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Zings it complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of him here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! How about that D coming up with a play like that? That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. At the 45 on its way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,